half of the town.
An absolute train wreck.
We're just waiting for the other shoe to drop at this point.
Shut the up.
Go self-sabotage, yay!
This is getting really dark.
I'm Jessica.
And I'm Gina.
And welcome to Mormon Wives Confidential.
Oh my God.
What a week. What a week.
So much has happened since we filmed last. It's unbelievable.
I think that it all started kind of like in the morning of Monday when there was the 911 call. We broke a 911 call that there was another alleged incident between Taylor and Dakota, and it just kind of spiraled from there.
Literally, a downward spiral is a great way to describe it. It really hit a fever pitch when a video came out of Taylor attacking Dakota and accidentally hitting her daughter with a metal chair during a 2023 domestic violence incident, which she previously had been arrested and took a plea deal on, which we all knew about, but the difference is no one had seen that video until now. And even though we had the narrative of what happened, we finally saw it with our own eyes, and it was really terrifying.
It is, as a mother, as a parent, it is heartbreaking to watch.
It made me sicken to watch, and I feel like I didn't use my cold black heart now since that I'm a mother. It's like it makes me sick to think about how terrified her daughter must have been. She was only 5 years old at the time, Indy, and it was just that was what made it so terrible.
Yeah, I think as soon as Gina and I saw that video, we both agreed that there was no way that the Bachelorette was going to air. Like, it was like, and before that, we're like, okay, the show's in the can. They're going to start airing it fully, on Sunday, this past Sunday. We were convinced that there was no way they were going to scrap the season, despite that there was new allegations coming out against Taylor. We were convinced. But then once we saw that video, we were like, oh, there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, things just really took a turn very, very quickly. That was on Thursday afternoon. Mm-hmm. And within hours, ABC announced that The Bachelorette was being shelved. The entire season was not going to air. And a lot of people were shocked, but we heard a lot of behind-the-scenes information about just the executives at ABC and Disney felt they had no choice.
So the CEO of Disney, Bob Iger, it was his last day on Wednesday. And so the new guy, Josh D'Amaro, took over on Thursday. And my sourcing told me that Disney was like, there is no way we can have blood on Josh's hands his very first day in the seat. Like, we cannot let this guy take the fall and have this total mar on his brand new reputation at Disney, impact. So there was a lot of back and forth behind the scenes, but Disney did not want this to be their problem.
It was basically it's so much more than just Taylor and her contestants. There's a huge ripple effect of how, with millions and millions and millions of dollars at stake here, advertising, product placements, they were going to use their next season of The Bachelor with one of Taylor's finalists. But if no one gets to see the finalists, they can't do that. So basically, the future of Bachelorette in the franchise really was affected by all of this. Yeah. And there was just a lot of discussions about who to blame. Who is to blame for this? Because this incident is from 2023, and this video did exist before she was cast. So why didn't this get into the right hands so they can make the proper decision?
Everybody knew Taylor was arrested in 2023. You knew she was arrested. You knew there was this big incident, and nobody saw that video until it came out that day. The fact that none of the ABC execs had ever even seen this footage is outrageous. Really a misstep on. And it sounds like people had attempted to alert. It sounded like, some of the Mormon Wives cast maybe tried to alert Disney/ABC about the problems with casting Taylor in the first place. And it sounds like those warnings did not go heeded.
They fell on deaf ears, apparently.
They did not. They didn't want to look. They didn't want to see it. Yeah.
He filed a restraining order against her.
Yeah.
And Dakota now has temporary custody of their son, Ever.
I spoke to a legal expert, this great attorney in Utah, Nathan Evershed, who told me basically that if one of these smaller prosecutors' offices decides to press charges from these incidents against Taylor, then her plea deal with the Salt Lake District Attorney, the county district attorney, then that plea deal, she has a plea in abeyance, will get reversed. And then her aggravated assault charges, which she is basically on probation for, will click in. And so she will face those charges. And those charges, so otherwise, if there was no problems and she had totally towed the line and been completely, on point and not done anything wrong, the charges would have ultimately been dropped, essentially.
Yes.
And so now if she is in trouble again, especially for a domestic violence situation, an alleged domestic violence situation, those charges kick back in and she faces up to 5 years in prison, which is insane. Like the Bachelorette being canceled is like the least of her worries at this point.
It could go from bad to worse.
It really quickly.
Could. Like it's hard to believe that things could go worse for Taylor, but they easily could.
From what I've understood, these guys, both her ex Dakota Mortensen and her ex-husband Tate Paul, can go for full custody.
Oh my God.
So and that would have to be if she's ultimately found guilty. Right now it's all hearsay allegations because she hasn't been charged with anything and she hasn't been found guilty of anything new. But they can go for this is a very good argument for them to totally take custody away from her completely. So it's not even just her freedom that's in peril, but also her access to her children, her 3 children.
This is getting really dark.
No, it's horrible.
It seems like all of those opportunities are slipping away. I mean, I doubt she's getting any brand partnerships right now. No one wants to touch her. And it begs the question too, will she continue on with Mormon Wives? And will she continue on with MomTok? And we've heard our colleague Nicole Chenoweth had a story from sources that it seems unlikely that she can go back filming anytime soon. She is persona non grata at ABC. As we know, filming for season 5 is currently on hiatus given all the allegations against Taylor. And it appears if they do go back to work, Taylor will not be included with the cast. It will be just the rest of the cast filming without her.
We're just waiting for the other shoe to drop at this point.
There could be more allegations, more information that is keeping the girls staying far, far away from her. They know even more, which is absolutely terrifying because it's how much worse could it get? So I think we can wrap this into what happened in the final episodes of Mormon Wives Season 4, and it really foreshadowed the current events with Taylor's behavior. And it's really interesting because I know there have been allegations that Taylor has been protected by Mormon Wives and certain things have been edited out in the past, but I think they really let her have it. Her behavior was completely unhinged during the final few episodes for a variety of reasons. Number one being she found out that Shania, her friend or acquaintance, slept with Dakota, and then another girl, Jenna, slept with Dakota, and she went absolutely bat crazy on everyone except Dakota. Seemingly, she was screaming at Miranda, screaming at Jessi, just almost blaming everyone for not telling her right away.
Totally missed the whole point, right? It's Dakota's the one all of your friends. I don't know why you're yelling at your group of women. It's just so strange. It's what a bizarre take. Too.
They were walking on tiptoes, trying to figure out how do we tell Taylor? What are we gonna do? And then Dakota told Taylor directly, probably to hurt her feelings and make her upset, and she lashed out on everyone around her.
Yeah.
It was just really uncomfortable to see. And then in the finale was really dark. She slept with Dakota the night before she left for the Bachelorette. And did not show up for her flight to fly to LA to film The Bachelorette. She said she felt sick, but it seems like something was going on either emotionally or it was clearly she was dealing with the aftermath of sleeping with Dakota again. And the other women had it.
I mean, they all showed up at the airport with these signs leave your baggage at the door. These signs were really funny, and they were there to support her to go to the Bachelorette. And then her mother and sister show up at the airport and break the news to her friends. It was Jessi, Michaela, and Macy at the airport, and then her mother and sister show up to the airport, and they're like, she's not coming. And they're like, what do you mean she's not coming? And then the friends were like, did you know that she slept with Dakota last night? And her mother goes, bat. which is totally fair. Like
they're so sick of dealing with this.
They're so sick of dealing with this. And honestly, even as a viewer, I'm sick of dealing with this.
I'm so sick of it.
No, it's horrible. Like I get PTSD from from bad relationships I've had. And I'm just like, this is so toxic. And like, you want to shake her and be like, what is wrong with you? Like, girl, stop.
You're self-sabotaging. And
so hard. And Jessi says it.
Yeah.
Like, go self-sabotage. Yay. Like, at the airport, she's like Jessi has some really funny one-liners about this, though, like throughout the last episode.
And then the girls go to Taylor's house to basically drag her out of bed. And Taylor starts snapping at them, is like, get out.
Yeah.
And Jessi at the point is like, I'm done.
Jessi goes like this. Why don't you go call Dakota? Because you're the only one. He's the only one you'll talk to. She's like,
yeah,
very aggressive.
And they basically just storm out. And, you know, a lot of them are just being like, who said, I think it's Miranda you said, was saying like how I don't think Taylor should be a MomTok anymore.
Miranda literally says, I think we should just go, what's that phrase?
Raw dog,
yes,
MomTok.
We need
with
to
no
raw
leader.
dog MomTok without a leader. Like Taylor needs to step the away from MomTok because this is not working.
Taylor's two older kids were with them. And they
Yes.
were like blurred out their faces, but it's clear. And I think Jessi even says like her kids were there.
Kids are there. Like
And
your
it's
kids are there and you can't get out of bed to go to LA?
It's just like she's just not. Clearly, this was foreshadowing a disastrous season to come.
And like
She was not ready.
No, it's horrible. It's really sad and unfortunate. And you know, we've said it a million times. But she has so many resources and she had so many opportunities at her feet, and like to just blow it up this spectacularly, really foreshadowed what was to come. You know, after this, I gotta say, Dakota is such a trash human being. Like he, at one point, Taylor is talking to the women after it was like between the first time she slept with him and then before she leaves for the airport, and she's telling the women, well, he told me that, you know, at the end of the day, I should just marry him. And she's like giddy, like she's giddy. Like she's about to go on The Bachelorette. She's about to date like 30 guys. And she's like, you can tell she's giddy that this guy is like, we should just get married. And like, he's love bombing her to like destroy her opportunity on The Bachelorette.
To sabotage her.
So clearly, like, just totally mind her.
He says,
over and over again.
Save a rose for me.
Save
like,
a
what
rose
are you
for
talking
me.
about? Shut the up.
He's so toxic and he is so manipulative.
And she eats it up.
Every
eats
time.
it up after
like you can
all
see
the
they're on the
things.
phone. She's about to film for The Bachelorette. She's in the car, in like the production car for The Bachelorette. And she's talking to him on the phone and he's telling her sorry. And she's like lighting up and getting giddy. And it's like, how are you even listening to this man again? He's just screwed half of the town. He's screwed half of your circle. He's screwed your family friend earlier in the, like,
what is it going to take?
What is it going to take, girl? Like,
is this like him?
And are we even at bottom now, Taylor? Are we at bottom now, or is there a trapdoor at the bottom of that bottom?
I don't know. Like, I don't know how she could possibly get back with him after this or sleep with him again. But like, I mean, like, think about everything. He's really aired her, not directly, but he's essentially aired her dirty laundry.
It's pretty clear he's aired her dirty laundry.
And
like, there's no way that
completely blew up her career and her life and her job. How can they come back? Like, how can he come back from this in her mind? I mean, I don't know. I really hope she takes this opportunity to, if she wants a career after this, she needs to go get help at like a trauma center or a rehab center of some kind and get out of the spotlight for months. Meanwhile, she's still on TikTok responding to people. And she needs to get off social media, off the internet, go get help for an extended period of time, and then come back and like refigure out how she's going to, if she decides to still be a famous person in the spotlight. So from one train wreck to another sort of train wreck, we have Jessi and Jordan. In last week's episode, you said, like, these two will never last. And little did we know they would get divorced. He would file for divorce literally, like, the day after we filmed.
Oh, it was exhausting. Last week was so rough.
We're like, now what? Now what?
Was it even... I think it was actually the same day that The Bachelorette was canceled. Yes. It was that night because I was working till like 10:30.
And I was like, what the F is going on? So Jordan filed for divorce from Jessi in Utah.
And can I just say,
Thursday.
I just want to point something out really quick, because I think that maybe people who are not like in journalism or not following these cases online like I am would understand. That filing hit the system at 5 o'clock Utah time. Okay, 5 p.m. Utah time on Thursday. That is after Taylor's Bachelorette's canceled, after the video came out that day. So this is all on Thursday. Literally nobody was looking for Jordan and Jessi's divorce docket that day. So I'm just saying that somebody's given somebody a heads up around here. I'm just saying it was 5 p.m. in Utah. Nobody was looking at the docket for Jessi and Jordan's divorce, and all of a sudden it breaks like that within 2 hours of it hitting the docket.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know that he also likes attention
He
on
loves
himself.
attention.
And he wants to control the narrative. And he did that by filing and perhaps alerting somebody somewhere found out that, whoa, hey, look at this. He was trying to steal the narrative by doing this, filing first and alerting the proper people to get the news out.
It certainly sounds like there is a lot to be said about Jordan's behavior in this relationship. So I'm very excited. And he tried to file over. We broke yesterday. We just broke earlier this week that Jordan filed a restraining order against Jessi. Now that's not the same as the type of restraining order, which is really a protective order that Dakota filed against Taylor. This restraining order is to restrain Jessi from doing something within their marriage. This isn't like a stay away order kind of thing. I think people are a little confused about that.
There can be all different types of restraining orders. It restrains someone from doing a certain behavior.
Yeah.
And in this case, there were rumors that it was to prevent Jessi from speaking out on her side of the divorce.
Yes. A judge denied the ask for a restraining order, and another hat tip to that is that Jessi's going to be on the Call Her Daddy podcast.
Yes, with Alex Cooper.
So exciting.
We cannot wait to watch this. And one of the teases was like, I filed for divorce, but I'm not the only one who cheated.
Yes.
And as we know, Jessi had an emotional affair with Marciano, brunette. And now apparently she's going to accuse him of cheating as well.
Yes.
And perhaps other things.
Yes, there has been some nasty rumors online, which we're not going to repeat because they're just rumors, but there has been some really nasty rumors about things Jordan has allegedly done in their relationship. So we'll see what Jessi says out of her own mouth.
I cannot wait. I will be there with popcorn.
Yeah, I cannot wait.
I cannot wait. Like, I'm going to listen.
I wish I didn't have to.
Dawn.
I wish I didn't have to sleep. Like, I wish I could just stay up till midnight.
I'm so excited, and we'll get into that as well. But I think we can also mention in the last few episodes of the season, it is clear that their relationship, their marriage is over. Yeah. She is looking into her prenup. She's on the phone with her father working out with the prenup, and she realizes that there were no witnesses and no notary public to basically sign off on her prenup, so it could be null and void. So we're not entirely sure how that plays into what's going to happen through their divorce. And she also says divorce is a real possibility. And then there was a really powerful scene where she tells Jordan that she's going to start going by Jessi Draper, her maiden name. And he loses it and calls her selfish. Yeah. And then gives her a weird condescending kiss on her head. And she's like, I know you're selfish, and walks out. It was so manipulative,
so
and creepy.
Cringy. It was,
No, it was really gross.
Yeah. I mean, and his name is really difficult to say.
It's impossible.
Nadi Kara. We've gotten it. We've nailed it down at this point.
Yes, now. But I think it makes sense that she's going by her maiden name, but it also has way more meaning knowing now that she had planned to leave the marriage. And I really think this is already turning ugly with the restraining order, and there's millions and millions of dollars at stake from her brand, Jay-Z Styles, correct? And she made a lot of that money during their 5-year marriage. She really blew up with her fame and success. And from what I understand, I don't think he has a job outside of Mormon Wives.
Yeah.
So this could be really explosive and really messy.
We're going to do a little bit where we do the MomTok moan this week. And I think my biggest MomTok moan right now is that we've been told through Zach that production basically faked the whole scene where they move in with Whitney for Dancing with the Stars, where Jen and Zach move in with Whitney for Dancing with the Stars. And so now I'm like, now my whole like spidey senses are tingling with some of these scenes, and I feel like aggravated at Zach because I just don't like the guy. Okay, he's annoying as shit, whatever. So I'm a little aggravated that Zach told us that scene was bullshit, that scene wasn't real between Whitney moving in with Jen and him moving in with Whitney. And now, so all of my spidey senses are tingling about what is real and what is not on the show.
Yeah.
And it seems like Jace and Michaela's split doesn't feel legit at all.
No, I feel like production was like, guys, you need something going on. And I think that their intimacy issues are real. I think that's real, but I don't think she was planning to leave him by any means. I think like, so she basically goes and moves with Macy, and the season ends with it being open-ended. She's since pretty much said like they're together, they're living together, everything's fine. But I think we all know that, like both of us know, maybe not everyone knows, that a lot of reality TV is produced, but I feel like there's been so many things coming out that it's so incredibly produced. And Demi has said things in the past. And Zach, now Zach is saying he also said that the scene where he had a showdown with Whitney was produced, and that was like basically he was told to do that.
But he said like they really don't like Whitney. Like
they hate
her. They really don't like Whitney.
But that scene, they
sent.
told him to go and instead of Jen to have a showdown. And so, yeah, it's really annoying that he's airing the dirty laundry, and I'm sure production and publicity at Hulu is not happy with him.
No, and I wonder if, like, he just doesn't know better, or if he's just, like, in a F-it spiral, like, hey, we're on hiatus, we don't know what's happening next, and I'm just going to throw in the towel and say whatever I want about production because I don't know what's happening next.
Perhaps. And I mean, so it seems that Jason and Michaela, despite having problems, are living together, and they actually she just posted overnight that they moved to California, at least temporarily. And I think she said she wanted to her house had mold issues, and she thought that was sparking her health issues, so she's getting away. And we can talk more about later, but there's a spinoff coming that's going to be filmed in California, so some people are making the connection that perhaps Michaela and Jace are participating in that spinoff. So, that's what's going on with Jason and Michaela. It seems like they are really together. They have a baby. I don't think they ever really separated or split.
Yeah.
And then a real issue that went on was Layla's eating disorder that she opens up about the finale.
So sad.
Which was really heartbreaking, and I think that was a really honest moment. And I thought it was a really relatable moment, and I really like when they get honest about their lives and real problems they have that are beyond the drama of the group.
Yeah, Layla really heartbreakingly admits that she's been addicted to GLP-1s, that she can't stop taking them. She's been taking them for a year.
Yeah.
She says she's down to 99 pounds.
And she's like 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Or she was 5'10" or 5'11", something like that.
I mean, Jessi, I honestly, I loved Jessi and Miranda's reaction to her opening up about this. They were really supportive. Jessi's like, that's not healthy, right? Being at 99 pounds, that's like not just like healthy, like you're not strong right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, it is a really emotional scene, and you can tell Layla is really struggling. Like, she is really...
That was not staged like that, or not. That was genuine emotion, basically.
Yeah.
And then Jessi, she says, helped her find a therapist or a clinic to help with her eating disorder. And it seems that since filming a few months ago, it seems that she's doing much better.
Yeah.
So thank God for that. And my heart goes out to her. And she's a single mother. She has 2 little kids. Like, she said that her eating disorder it was like in remission for a few years while she's pregnant, and then after her divorce, it really all came out again.
Yeah. She said she just, just like everybody starts with these GLP-1s. So I wanted to lose a few extra pounds that were stubborn, and then the next thing you know, you're like, you just can't stop.
Okay, then we need to get into the Jen and Whitney feud of it all.
What a big fight these 2 women are having. It's really kind of sad. I almost feel like they should have been friends. Like, they should have bonded over Dancing with the Stars. Like, I think that they would have had that chance, and it just didn't happen.
Whitney finds out that Jen knew she got the role in Chicago and never congratulated her and never even brought it up. And Whitney was like, why can't you be happy for me? And then Jen blew up about how Whitney is only transactional with her friendships and only rejoined MomTok and Mormon Wives to go on Dancing with the Stars and that she's using everyone. And then Whitney like lashed out on her and went completely insane, just being like, and then Zach got involved, Connor got involved, and it seems like it all spiraled from there.
So sad.
And it's really sad. Like, I personally think that Jen is very jealous of Whitney and her success.
Yes. And Jen, I think, is not giving herself enough credit for going on Dancing with the Stars postpartum. Mm-hmm. Like, she was at a disadvantage from the get-go. Like, there was no way she was going to get as far as other people. Like, you're human. You just had a baby. Like, there's
8 weeks? That's crazy.
Yeah, like there was no way she could have competed alongside people who were like fully,
No, I mean,
you're not a full person at that point.
I feel like she should have. I mean, I guess she probably didn't think she had the opportunity to wait a year, because like she's like, what if I'm not famous in a year?
No, she didn't have the opportunity. She had to take it. But it's like she lashed out at Whitney, because of it. Like, it wasn't like, I just don't think that was like fair, like that she was so angry at Whitney about it.
It seemed really unfair, and it seemed like she was taking out her frustrations and her stress at the situation on Whitney.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess she thought that Whitney laughed when she was voted off.
Yes.
Like, Whitney was covering her face. I think that Whitney probably was like, oh. Like,
yeah, I don't
more
think
than
she laughed. I think it was like misinterpreted. Yeah. She was just like, oh my God.
Right. And then Jen obviously said that she, on a TikTok live, that she wouldn't vote for Whitney on Dancing with the Stars.
Mean.
And so petty. Like, why mean girl it like that? It's just, it's really not nice. And like, you don't have to like outwardly support her, but like also don't say you're not voting for her explicitly. Like,
that was really out of line. I feel like that was a really low blow and it was really inappropriate. And she said that she shouldn't have said it, or Zach said that she shouldn't have said it.
Yeah, but Zach also said she's not sorry.
Yeah,
like that. Zach's gang up on Whitney was like out of control too.
Yeah, and then Connor, who's always been like, or the season at least has been like always so positive, he gets really angry at Zach and is like, how dare you make my wife feel small?
He calls him a loser.
Yeah, a straight up loser.
Yeah.
And
like Whitney's hysterical. Like, she's crying hysterically on the phone with Connor. Like, it's like your heart goes out to her. She's like, I can't do anything right by Jen. Like,
right.
There's clearly no winning here.
And even though that scene was staged, like, I think the emotions were real.
Totally.
I think she was really, really upset by feeling that Jen didn't support her and then actively went out of her way to try to sabotage her. And then Whitney was saying that she was getting like so much online hate. She was getting trolls everywhere after Jen said that.
Yeah, and who knows? I mean, maybe she could have gotten further on Dancing with the Stars if it weren't for Jen making that comment.
Yeah,
we don't know. We don't know if she could have gotten the mirror ball. We really don't.
I think it was jealousy got the best of them.
Yeah, really sad though. We've been really diving into a lot of the drama of the end of season 4, and it's been really difficult to talk about some of the things going on with Taylor Frankie Paul and Jessi and Jordan's divorce, and it's been really dark and heavy. So we decided to do a little bit of a palate cleanser, if you will. We are going to taste test some of the Mormon Wives cast dirty soda recipes. And what are dirty sodas?
Dirty sodas are different sodas, like with a common base, like Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, Diet Dr. Pepper, root beer, whatever, and then mix them with different syrups, purees, and creams to create your own concoction, essentially. So why dirty sodas are so popular in Utah is because in Mormon culture, they cannot drink alcohol and they cannot drink hot drinks. So this is their alternative.
So this is Jen and Taylor's drink, right?
Yeah, so they've both said on the record that they like this specific drink, and this is their typical order.
Okay, all right, here we go.
All right.
It's delicious. Oh, I love that.
Okay, so I really like this.
That is really good. But I like the vanilla.
It took a minute for me.
Yeah.
It's not something I ever really tasted before.
Yeah.
Very, very sweet. It's a little creamy from the vanilla cream and coconut creamery. And it's a little weird, but I like it.
I love it.
It took me a few sips to really get into it. Now I could drink more.
Yeah, and it's actually like, I like that it's diet. It's not like, So a little
Basic.
A little basic.
Yeah, the tried and true. Let's give it a whirl.
Here we go.
It's delightful, but
I feel like there should be alcohol in this.
it's
It tastes like what do you have when you have like a Bacardi and Coke with a squeeze of lime? It tastes like it's missing the Bacardi.
If I was going to the place they normally go to get their sodas, and I was also had some food with this, and I didn't want anything too overpowering, I'd probably get this.
Yeah. This is definitely like a good food chaser beverage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is I wouldn't order this just to order this.
You know what? I realized why I don't like the coconut. It's from drinking so much like coconut rum when I was in high school.
I can see that.
I
taste it.
Yeah, that's why coconut.
It's giving me the ick.
And it just tastes
that is
like
not my favorite.
Yeah, I don't like
No.
the coconut is overpowering. Mixed with the Diet Coke, it takes you back to like a high school drink.
That's good.
There's a lot going on.
It's a lot. It kind of tastes like those ices that you get when you're a kid.
Yes.
And I think that the blue is kind of overpowering it, the blue raspberry part of it.
Yeah, I think it just tastes like extremely sweet, like an icy. Like this just tastes like a melted icy to me.
Yeah, it does.
It's too sweet for me. I wouldn't drink this.
No. I love it.
Really?
I want Diet Coke in here, but I love it. That is delicious. I love that. It is.
Again, my problem is I like everything else, but I don't like the coconut.
Okay, fine. If you can take out the coconut.
Okay.
I like the coconut in here, and I love how delightfully pink it is.
It is fun. It's very, very pink.
And I like that it's sweet, and I like that it's kind of light, and it kind of matches Layla and Miranda. I like the first one the best. Jen and Taylor's is definitely my favorite, but this is my second.
Second favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, my favorite is also Jen and Taylor's.
Yeah.
Because it was a good combination, and I feel like all things were in harmony.
Yeah.
My least favorite was the last one that we just had.
Yeah, that was gross.
Which was
was
it
Michaela's.
Was it Michaela's?
Yeah, it was Michaela's.
The one that tasted like a mixed drink that wasn't.
Yes.
It was just like coconut and Diet Coke.
Yes, it was missing the alcohol.
Yeah.
It was gross.
Wow, that was a lot. And there's still so much up in the air. There's so much at stake. And we ask every single week, will MomTok survive this? And honestly, I don't think it might not.
It actually might not.
And we will really explore this topic next week on Mormon Wives Confidential.